welcome in Romania. It's your first time in Romania?
No, not really. I came first time in Romania in 87, but Romania has changed a lot since then.
We hope that the enforcement system will be changing and can be modernized in the future. So, regarding our international seminary, what is your opinion about the necessity for a European project for the enforcement procedure and for the judicial officer status?
I would say I would congratulate you for the initiative. It's a very useful forum for professional exchange of opinions and, if you will, ideas. And it's even more precious for me because we are neighboring countries. So other than exchanging ideas and concepts, we get to know each other and transfer the good professional practices across our border.
Another question, how the Bulgarian system see the necessity to the new technology for the enforcement procedure?
Well, I have two-part answer. The professional community, in the person of the Chamber of Private Enforcement Officers, has its first priority to accept and develop the more recent technology in order to streamline the process, make it more accessible to both debtors and creditors, and warrant a speedy and fair trial. We think that the government, however, have to yet do a bit better in order to correspond to the great necessity of the e-justice. In that regard, we are looking up to the European Union and the European Commission and a project like yours in order to give more knowledge and literacy that this process is not only useful, but it is a must to develop justice in form of e-justice.
Thank you. Third and the last questions is regarding the responsibility. How is the perceptions to the Bulgarian legislation regarding the responsibility of the judicial officer? What is priority, the criminal responsibility or the disciplinary administrative responsibility?
You mean how enforcement officers are viewed as potential addressees of addressees? Yes. Okay. Well, I would say that our government, and actually it's not the government, the administration, but rather the courts, the judicial power, are treating the profession quite fairly. Of course, we are strictly controlled by the Justice Ministry. We have regular audits, but I would say that they're pretty fair and pretty, how to say, professional. Me in a capacity of a chairman of our disciplinary committee, actually we process that complaints even from the government, and our decisions are subject to appeal through the courts. So I would say all in all, we have literate judges and we have responsible administrators in the Justice Ministry. So I believe as a profession of liberal judicial officers, we're treated pretty fairly by the states.
Thank you, Todor. And
but just a second, you made a difference between administrative and criminal. I would rather say it's a very random occasion that something goes criminal. Generally, it's an administrative procedure, and the prosecution is quite conservative into entering this type of civil dealings.
You can give some example from criminal responsibility.
I have to think hard about that. I guess we have for 13 years in business now as a private judicial officer. There are no more than I believe five to 6 or 7 accomplished criminal cases with verdicts. I believe it's not that many.
I understand. It's very good.
And actually, we have 10 to 15%, I call it professional mortality. Actually, judicial officers whose rights to practice are cancelled in an administrative manner.
Thank you, Todor. Thank you, and I wish you good luck in your activity. And I'm waiting you for the next our conference because maybe you feel good here in Romania.
Thank you very much.